The firmament literally means an expanse, something stretched out. In today's discussion, let's create the firmament, the past, the present, the future. Every great man I know has a past. So if you have a past, you are welcome to the club. By the end of today's message, you will get to know what you can do with your past. Let's go right into it. What is the firmament? The firmament is an expanse, something stretched out, just like you can see in the sky. We all know that the firmament was created on the second day, according to Genesis in the scriptures. Now, the basic point is this. What is the purpose of the firmament? The firmament was meant to separate the waters from the waters. So we have water above the firmament and water beneath the firmament. So the basic purpose of the firmament was to separate. What is separation? Separation means to distinguish, to create boundary. And that is what the firmament stands for. Let me tell you the story of James. James' life was full of mistakes, failures, and rejections while he was growing up. The conclusion he made was that his father's house is cursed. And so, after he left his father's house as an adult, as much as he tried to move forward in life, his mind keeps reminding him, remembering the memories of loss and rejection. Because his life didn't move forward, nothing changed in his life. One day, after the state of depression, James decided to label his past as lesson learned, season past, and who he was no more. And that was the beginning of his breakthrough. The past is the moments, events, thoughts that are gone by with time. It's a record gone by with time. It doesn't exist now. It's gone. But the present is what is called now. And the present is the only time that really exists in life. The present also is a constant and a person. I want you to view the present as a moving train. The wheel moves constantly into the present, and then at the same time, it's passing. So the wheel is constant in the present and is passing. That same way present is. It's never static. It's always constant and passing. We all have to come to a state where we label our past as lessons learned, seasons past, and who we are no more, just like James. If not, your mind has great affinity to linger and remember the past. Why? The only reason is because the past is the only state in the mind that seems true, because it has already existed in the focus of the mind. And so the mind tends to linger to the past, tends to remember and dwell on the past more than anything else. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to exert any force on the mind for it to drift to the past. It naturally drifts to the past. And this is not good for us. This is not good for you. And that is why I'm bringing you the message of the firmament, which talks about separation. We need to come to a state where you separate your past from your present. This state is absolutely important. It may be the only state that will guarantee your future. Because the past only has one mission: to recreate itself again. And if your mind ruminates, if your mind thinks and dwells on the past, what it simply does is that the subconscious mind picks it up again as true and repeats it in your present moment. And then it continues to circle. Instead of your present moment becoming the constant and passive, your past becomes the constant and passive. And this is not good for your destiny. So how do you simply create the firmament to separate your past from your present? Because this is absolutely important for your destiny, for your life. For you to be comfortable with your life, you have to be able to come to the state where you create the firmament, a separation between your past and your present. There are 3 steps you need to take to create the firmament, a separation between your past and your present. Number 1, stop allowing your mind to run on autopilot. If your mind keeps running on autopilot, it is dangerous for your life. Now, since the mind always drifts to the past, you need to begin to police your mind. Your mind must be under investigation every second, every minute, and every hour. Your mind must be under investigation by you. You must come to a state where you move out of yourself and imagine what your mind is thinking. This is the way to go, to stop your mind from running on autopilot. Number 2, you must challenge your beliefs. If your mind has been running on autopilot, guess what? The momentum of thoughts in the mind usually generates belief. That means your mind has been generating so much beliefs that are limiting you and making you dwell on the past, and you cannot move forward with this momentum of belief system. That is why you need to challenge every belief that you have to date. And number 3, you must build a new reality. Building a new reality simply means that you must begin to usher in a new pattern of thoughts. This new pattern of thoughts then generates new belief system. How do you do this? You need positive affirmation, or better still, what I call autosuggestion. All you need to do is stop your mind anytime it's drifting to the past. Challenge it that is not true. And then you speak what is true to it. Tell it this is what is true. And then your mind focuses on the new truth which you have suggested to it. Thoughts run on words. So you need a new word to counter the words that are autopiloting your mind. If not, your mind will keep ruminating on the mistakes of the past. We keep digesting the failures of the past and regurgitating the failures of the past in the future. When you are able to create the firmament between your past and your present, and you are able to stay in the present moment at every point in time, then you must realize one thing, that the mind does not give access or permission for vacuum. Your mind cannot live without thoughts. Thoughts must definitely be running in your mind. If your present mind is in a state of vacuum, guess what? The past mistakes, the past failures, the past rejections, the past loss are going to rush in again with more powerful force to take hold and stay strong and have a strong hold in your mind. After creating the firmament by separating the past from your present, the best thing you can do is to fill your mind with the aspirations of the future. And that is where your vision comes in. And your vision is a clear picture of the future you intend to create. Guess what? You must obsess yourself with your future. That is the only way you can stay in the present to create the future. Because you can't stay in the past and create the future. It is not possible. You can only stay in the present to create the future. When your mind is full of the future, how you can get to the future, then you will realize that your past will remain in the past. It will become lessons learned, seasons past, and who you are anymore. Then you can move forward from the present moment to the future, because that is the only way to go. I believe you have been blessed by this message. Until I see you again next time, keep focusing on the bright side of life.